This is Roger with Crosscut in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this 2006 F350 crew cab long bed dual rear wheel. It's a 6.0 turbo diesel. It's four-wheel drive. Obviously, it's a King Ranch and beautiful truck. However, when I bought it from Reliable Nissan in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and they announced that it had an engine problem. Generally, engine problems are fixable, and of course anything's fixable with enough money. So I bought it because you don't see King Ranches like this in this condition. So I figured, you know, probably have to put a motor in it or do something, at least heads. Well, my shop, Monsoon Automotive here in town, who does all this stuff for me, is just swamped right now. So they're about a month out on doing this. And I don't want to sit on this truck or that truck for a month before they can see it. The repairs will probably take a week or two, and so we'd be like 6 weeks out. So what we're going to do with both this truck and that 03 right there is sell them at a very reduced price so that you can afford to fix it yourself and have a beautiful truck. I would recommend, I would say that at very least it needs heads for sure. Might need some injectors, might need a turbo, blah blah blah. You can buy a used motor with low miles and ask the salvage yard to warranty the labor for somewhere between $5 and $6 grand. And then while it's out of the truck, you can put a bulletproof EGR cooler and a new Ford oil cooler and head stud it. You know, be into a really nice motor about $7 grand, something like that. What I'm really hoping for is that a mechanic sees this price, says, "Oh my God, I can have a King Ranch, and all I have to do is put the labor in," and you know, maybe that person would just do heads and take it step by step and save a bunch of money. It's really a shame. Usually when you see a truck in this condition, you don't have a motor problem. But on this one you do. So when you see the price, that's why. And people will be like, "Oh, it must be a scam." No, it's not a scam. The price is the price because I bought it cheap. I'm going to sell it cheap. But if it's not sold in the next month to 6 weeks, I am going to fix it. And when I fix it, it's going to be a badass truck, and it's going to be sold for somewhere between probably $22,000 and $24,000. So I think my brother's probably going to put it online for high 14s. So that's what's going to happen here. All right, we're going to give people an opportunity to fix it themselves. Maybe mechanical pick up on this. Got a little scrape right here that was touched up. Tires are in great shape. Just, it's a shame. I mean, I don't know what they did to this thing. It looks like they took pretty good care of it. Yeah, looks like maybe the fender has been painted. Oh, I see. It's because there's a little bit of clear coat peeling. It makes me think that. Tires are in great shape. It's a nice truck. It just has a little running problem. Anyway, more information for you. More information is good. We'll go here. All right. This is how I bought it from Reliable Nissan, and they sold it. Caution, engine problem. Okay. You know, how can we afford to buy them knowing that? Because we know how to fix them. We just don't have the time on this one particularly because our shop was so screwed up. Anyway, just for an example, 87,000 mile motor with a turbo, $6 grand from Best Salvage here. That's Ted at Best Salvage. He's great. And there's a 116,000 mile motor. That'll be with injectors and everything. Now, do you know that those motors are perfect? No, you do not. But with the labor warranty, you probably can afford to put it in and take it out if it's not. All right. Let's see. Here's the vehicle history on it. There's your VIN. No accident damage reported. No odometer reported. I would love to know how a truck this pretty ended up with a motor problem. Something stupid. I don't know. Very odd. Anyway, I'm gonna fire this thing up. By the way, these seats have definitely been conditioned and taken care of. The only thing that's wrong is right here. I do have repair patch leather for these seats if you want it. I wouldn't do it on these seats because it'll look too new on these seats, and the seats in general are in great shape for a King Ranch. All right, let me fire this guy up and we'll show you what's going on with the motor. We got tons of blow by. We got white smoke out the exhaust. That's what we got. 178,876 miles and no check engine light, which is fantastic. I don't even know how that's possible. So they've taken there's water in the bottle. You can see that, which is good. Ford stamp here, so you have an original fender. Cat stickers where they belong. Ford stamp there. Ford stamp there. Ford stamp there. So all the parts up front are original. This is where the problem comes. Right there. Lots of blow by. The more I think about this truck, it's probably not necessary for a motor, but heads. There's a touch-up scape right here too. One right there. But what I would tell you, my advice on doing heads, I locked the doors by the way. My advice on heads is if you're gonna do heads, buy real ones. Get them from Ford. If you're paying $900 for a set, both sides of heads, Chinese made, they will not work. I've done that. I've been the cheapskate, and that's a terrible idea. Let's see, on and off, heated seat, seat forward, seat back, seat down, seat up, tilt up and down. God, this is a pretty truck. I mean, I'm fine fixing it in a month, but just not a good deal here. It sucks. I thought it would probably be a turbo or an injector or something, but with that kind of blow by, it's worse than that. So, and we do not sell vehicles without telling people exactly what's up. Okay, that's not how we roll. So we got the smoke here. It's very likely, extremely likely, that heads will do it. You know, and you'll be fine. But who knows? It actually has moments where it runs fine. Like, it's not really running poorly right now. It's just got a lot of blow by. But that much blow by, and then exhaust, smoke, nah. Well, seat forward, seat back, whole seat up and down, front tilt up and down, front tilt up and down, tilt wheel, moving pedals up and down. All right, let me hop in this guy. Turn on the air. Boom. Here. All right, roof. Look how fast the motor works on the roof. It is just a bummer. Part of me wants to reach and say it's just an injector or two or something. It's not. We've done this long enough to know. Tow haul on and off. Windshield wipers. Let's see, radio. Steering controls. Let's see. By the way, the AC needs to be charged, but when you're going to do motor work, you have to disconnect the AC anyway, so there's no point in charging the AC. So, that. Let's see what else we got. System check. Engine temp okay. Transmission temp okay. Oil pressure okay. Brake fluid level okay. All doors closed. Blah, blah, blah. You know, it's just one of those. I mean, most people would say it's not a motor. We just know it's a motor. Everything tells you it's fine, that there's something else wrong with it. But no. All right, that's reverse. Let me put it into 4 low. There's 4 low. Drive and reverse. It even still has power. I mean, it does have power. I mean, God. All right, 4-wheel high. It's a shame. It bums me out that we're not fixing this thing. We just don't have the time. The shop is just not there. Too many vehicles there right now. Anyway, all right, let's see what else we got going on here. I think that's it. I've tried all this stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, here's the controls for the... We turn the air on here, and there's a fan controls for the steering wheel, up and down, temperature up and down. All right, let's see. Turn that off, don't need it. All right, let's go for a little ride here. All right, if you come to Tucson to drive at home, who knows what's gonna happen driving at home. It could drive across the country, and it could drive, 10 miles in Grenade. Who knows? So, it actually... it actually runs pretty damn good. My instinct here is to say, man, I don't know what my instinct is here to say on this truck. I know that all that blow-by is no bueno at all, but I also know that I'm driving a truck that actually runs and shifts really well right now. I mean, who knows? You could be a mechanic and just, crack into this thing and do this thing. Wow. That's crazy. Runs great. It feels almost like it's tuned also. But if you look out the back, see the smoke? That's white smoke, okay? Black smoke in a diesel is kind of cool. White smoke is not kind of cool. So, but the more I drive this thing and it's not getting hot, the more I think it's possible you could drive it to Maine the way it is right now and tow and everything with it. Look at this thing go. Anyway, if you come to Tucson and drive it home, you'll pay your state tax, or whatever that is, plus our city tax of 2.7% and a $250 dock fee. If you pay by wire and ship it out of state, all you're gonna pay is agreed upon price, and that's it. No taxes, no dock fee, nothing. Once we receive full payment, we'll fill out the title with your name, your company's name and address, scan it in your online file, and mail it to you. Obviously, we're selling this thing with what we think is a bad motor. Every time I drive this thing, I think maybe we should just hold on to it and figure this thing out, because look at this thing. Wow. It runs really, really well. Really, really well. This is kind of freaking me out right now. Like, maybe it's not a bad motor. Maybe we have some sort of freaking turbo smoke issue, injector something. Our shop has just got both sides. They have 3 locations, Monsoon does. They do all of our work, and they're just destroyed with action because they're a great shop, and they just ask us to give them a month on anything major. I don't know if this is actually major. It hasn't been to their shop for them to declare the motor as a problem. So, anyway, deposit's $500. Once we have a deposit, we have a deal. Until then, it will stay for sale. So please make sure you get your deposit in. Obviously, the vehicle is out of warranty. when new car dealerships sell you a vehicle like this, they include $1,000 for future repairs. So when you bring it back, obviously I've thrown this thing completely under the bus with my description of it and the motor and everything. See, like right now, it's got a stumble that I don't get, that doesn't match how great it just drove. It's just very bizarre. Makes me think that there's a injector issue, and maybe that's it, but that doesn't explain the blow-by. Weird truck. This would be a great truck for a good diesel mechanic, because they're so super rare to get a King Ranch dually in this condition. And then, you know, you could put tons of money into it and be way ahead on this truck. In 4 to 6 weeks, that's what we're gonna do if you don't buy it. Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Beautiful truck though. God dang. Anyway, I think that's about it. Thank you for your time.